Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. So, I think the reason a lot of people are talking about the Mahdi in India or an army to be sent to India is because of what happened in India recently. I think it happened in Karnataka, right? One of the states in India. By the way, we talk about the coming of the Mahdi end of time in this channel a lot. If you are someone interested in this topic, consider subscribing, inshallah, because we will be coming up with a lot of videos and a lot of commentary on recent events. So again, new here, consider subscribing. So again, Muskan Khan, we have seen what happened to her. She was chased by these mobs in India and she shouted Allahu Akbar, and that is absolutely awesome. Shows her courage, her commitment to her religion. So would that mean that Muslims will have to send an army, or would that mean that the Mahdi, Imam Mahdi, when he will be here, he will have to send an army to India in order to kind of like bring them back to the path of Islam, or to kind of like punish them through army? What is it that we can learn, or what is it that is going to happen in the future? And we also talk about the Ghazwa al-Hind. A lot of people, they ask me about this particular battle. Would this battle take place in the future? Would this battle bring those armies? Because I was watching a video on YouTube, and basically it says about an army being sent to India. So what is happening? Let me talk to you first about the Muslim presence in India. I mentioned it in the past. I said very clearly that the Muslim conquest of India came, Islam came in South Asia. It existed in communities along the Arab coastal trade routes, like in Sindh, Bengal, Gujarat, Kerala, Ceylon. I think Ceylon is Sri Lanka today. As soon as Islam began in the Arabian Peninsula, as soon as it gained early acceptance in the Arabian Peninsula. So, in other words, Islam was there in the subcontinent, Indian subcontinent, for a long time. Now, when we look at Pakistan today, where these people got Islam from, right? You see Pakistani people, especially in Balochistan, these places, they received the message of Islam from very early on. When we talk about, in other words, when we talk about the Battle of the Hind, or the Battle of the army coming from Arabian Peninsula to India, you can actually say this already happened. However, there is a prophecy, and a lot of people, a lot of scholars, a lot of ulama, they believe that the army is yet to be coming to India. My opinion, subjective, is that when the Mahdi will be here, and I mentioned this before about my understanding after doing my research, when the Mahdi will be here, what we will see is that the Mahdi will not focus on the Indian subcontinent for whatever reason it is. He's going to be focusing on places like Syria, Jerusalem, Al-Quds, Mecca, Medina. That will be his primary focus. Once he will gain momentum and Islam will be accepted, and he will become the ruler. I'm sorry about the picture, I'm gonna skip it. And he becomes the ruler and Muslim gains upper hand. That is actually the time when he will think about Indian subcontinent, and that is the time when the Mahdi will be sending army, not himself. He will not come himself, rather he will send a contingent of army to come to India and give them the message of Islam. If they don't receive it, they are going to have to abide by the rules, laws of Islam. That will be said by the Mahdi. That's my understanding. But if we agree that the army will be sent and the Ghazwa Hind did not take place, then we would have to wait and see how this will all play out, which would mean that the Mahdi army will be coming to subcontinent, and they will be conquering the whole land. Okay, they conquer the whole land, and then they will establish Islam. Now, Muskan Khan, what happened with her doesn't really mean anything, but if you take a look at it from a greater context, of course every Muslim now believe that there has to be something done about this, Hindutva, right? These people are very extreme there. And they do not represent Hinduism. Okay, I have seen a lot of good Hindus. I have Hindu friends too. They are very nice people. They're very, very tolerant. They get along with the Muslims. It is just this, a fraction of Indian Hindu, they who are creating this chaos. They are rumbling for really no reason, and of course, they are getting support for that too. Now the question is, when the Mahdi is coming, would we see this army coming to India, or would we see this army coming before the Mahdi? And this army has to come, looks like this army has to come to fix the situation in India right now, right? Because wallahi, the brothers and sisters in India, they're suffering a lot. They're struggling every single day. These people are coming, these people are talking about how they should stop Islam, or how they should stop the Muslims, and they are coming up with new issues with the Muslims almost every single day. We have seen how they are, lynching Muslims. We have seen them how they are promoting or propagating the idea of getting rid of the Muslims. And in fact, a lot of people, recent commentators on politics, they have said there is a good possibility that there could be a genocide in India, Muslim genocide in India. May Allah protect the Muslims there. If you are watching from India, inshallah, we are with you. We make dua for you, and Allah is your wali. But here is a point. So if this situation is getting out of control, nobody is really caring much about it, what is the solution? Where would it end? Does it also indicate that in fact perhaps the coming of the Mahdi, the end of time, is near? Like, does it show anything? The first thing is that, dear sisters, as we know from Hadith, Rasulullah, he said that your affairs will be very, very hard for the believers. It is going to be a very, very tough time. At the end of time, the shirarun nas hum ahyun man tudrikum sa'a. Rasulullah said, the end of time, the worst of nation, the worst of people will be alive. Are we seeing that kind of people right now? Of course. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you read Hadith, you will see Allah Azza wa Jal has actually opened the gate of, He made a hole for the Yajuj and Majuj, okay, the Gog and Magog. Why I'm saying this? Because if you take a look at their situation, Allah Azza wa Jal already, when Rasulullah said to us that Allah opened a hole for Yajuj and Majuj, it means that there would be obviously some influence coming from Yajuj and Majuj because of the hole. And Yajuj and Majuj, they are very, very powerful. Their influence, even by opening up a little bit of hole, we will have that influence on us. And why Allah would mention that there is a hole? It is because Allah is telling us, Rasulullah has prophesied, that we will be living at a time when fitna will come. And the whole indicates here, if you take it as a symbolic statement from Rasulullah, you will understand that the Yajuj and Majuj and their effect on us is, present. Maybe in a very little way, because the whole is very little still, but the effect is there. So when we see these people in India doing what they're doing, are they being affected by the whole, little bit of opening of Yajuj and Majuj? Are they also being affected because of the Dajjalic system? The answer to that will be emphatic yes. Yes, they are affected. Yes, these people who are becoming, like them, extremists, they are going in that direction with all their commitments, and they are ready to do whatever it takes to carry out those, orders coming from their top, from their guru, from their other leaders. The point here is that yes, these people are being brainwashed, and we see the worst of them. If you take a look at this group of people, you see the worst of humanity. And these groups, they do not only exist in Hinduism but also in other religion. But I'm not going to go down to that discussion today. So the point here is that whether Muslims will receive an army to get rid of or tackle this problem, the answer to that question is Allahu A'lam. But one thing we can say, that the end of time is coming close, dear brothers and sisters. Whatever fitna we are seeing, falling on the Muslim in India or Kashmir or Palestine, Iraq, wherever, it is telling us that indeed the end of time, we are living in that fitan. We are living in that fitan that was prophesied. Maybe not exactly the level of fitan Rasulullah prophesied, but we are very, very close. And now all we can do really is to have sabr. Wallahi, we have to have sabr, stick to our religion, pray to Allah, make a lot of dua for each other, and inshallah, maybe Allah will send an army. The army doesn't have to be the Mahdi army, human army. It can be, bird, it can be natural disaster, it could be anything. Allah's army, we do not know who are they, but they are there. Allah is going to help us as long as we help ourselves. Jazakallah khair for tuning in. Inshallah, I'll see you in the next one. If you have any comment, let me know in the comment section below. I will see you, and like this video if you did, share this video, subscribe, because we talk only about the Mahdi and this channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.